Hey, good afternoon to you, and welcome here to the campus of Montana Tech as we get ready for the final warm-up, if you will, before the Frontier Conference gets underway. Montana Tech taking on King's College out of Alberta. The Eagles in town. The women's game at 2. The men will follow at 4, and we'll have them both for you here on Digger Vision. Paul Panisco, the lovely and talented John Thatcher here on is it a Saturday? Is that what day of the week it is?
I don't know. I'm retired. Every day's a Monday for me.
I'm not even sure, to be completely honest. But as always, thanks for joining us as we get things underway. Montana Tech taking on King's College. And, boy, the one thing that really stands out, obviously record-wise, you look at these two teams. Montana Tech comes in 8-4 on the year. King's College 8-2 on the year. I believe King's College was number 5 in their region. I want to say in the top 20 in all of Canada, playing very good basketball, and they're big on the inside.
They are. That's going to be an interesting matchup today. Fortunately for Tech, it depends on how he starts out, but they can match up with their size. I think what they got to do is figure out their guards. Seems to me their guards, they got some shooters on this Canadian basketball team.
Well, again, thanks for joining us here on a Saturday as we are here on Digger Vision. Montana Tech taking on King's College. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher, and Brian Solomon is running the camera. How scary is that?
Scouting volleyball players.
Yeah, I know. He's like, oh, wait a second.
Recruiter get fired, tell him.
That's it. So as these two teams get ready to roll, let's talk about this Montana Tech team. Frontier Conference action getting underway next week. Talk about what you have seen out of this Montana Tech team getting ready for this first round here.
Well, this is a solid basketball team. He did a great job of recruiting, got some real key players in particular at the block. And I see them as being real competition in the Frontier Conference, where in previous years they were kind of down at the bottom. And I see them making a move this year and being able to compete with just about everybody in the Frontier Conference.
Talk about what those keys are. What has been the big difference, do you think? Obviously recruiting, but talk about the style of play, and defense has certainly been kind of the forefront here this year.
Defense is what their game is. They're excellent at it, and they have great help defense. They manage to take the ball away. They rebound the ball real well. But I think the key to this whole situation this year is Hadley at the post. She has really been a force. She's a real technician on the block. Doesn't matter how big the person is, Gardner. And I think the ball goes through her, and that's how Tech has success.
Well, we're going to get our national anthems. We'll get our Canadian national anthem, followed by the United States national anthem. We'll get our starters, and we'll get this thing underway. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. We're back after this. Hey, once again, welcome back here to the campus of Montana Tech as we get ready for Oredigger basketball here on Digger Vision. Our final games before we get into Frontier Conference play, as the Digs will make their way down to Rocky to get the Frontier Conference season officially underway. Now let's take a look at the Kings starters here. The Eagles first out is going to be Ella Majot. Majot, a guard, 5'6", out of Alberta. Next out is going to be Meadow Monroe. Meadow is a 5'10" senior. Next out is going to be Megan Ailman. Ailman is a junior guard, 5'9", out of Lethbridge. Next out on the floor, Jordana Rivet. Rivet, a junior guard out of Sturgeon County, Alberta. And last but not least is Tori Day. Tori Day, a junior, 6'1" forward, and she is out of Airdrie, Alberta.
A forward who will never get off the block.
Okay.
Other than to pass the ball.
Yeah, the size is really interesting. I'm not sure what I expected, but I guess it wasn't what I was expected. This Eagles team is big in the block, and I'm really kind of excited to see what kind of how this one goes down in the paint.
Yeah, it'll be a test for Montana Tech's defense, no question.
The question there, the only question I bring there is guards on the other side. We'll see what the Alberta guards will bring to the plate. For Montana Tech, their starting five looks like a little different since we have seen them last, as Kaya Wasson will get the starting nod. Kaya is a junior out of Whitewater. Next out for Montana Tech is going to be Liv Wongren, the junior from Plentywood. Liv wearing number 30. Next out on the floor, our defensive specialist, Macy Mayer, the junior from Bozeman, is always in the mix. Aubrey Rademacher is next, the fifth-year senior out of Kalispell. Played her high school ball at Glacier. And last but not least in the block is Hadley Humphreys. Hadley, a junior from Blackfoot, Idaho, has just been a monster addition here to Montana Tech, averaging basically a double-double. And she's getting those doubles. It feels like almost before we get to halftime most of the time.
Yeah, she is. You know, I really like to see her touch the ball early. I know we did a couple games where she wasn't getting the. I think she needs the ball early to test what they've got defensively.
Well, again, thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. Montana Tech taking on the Eagles as Kings College in town. This ladies team out of Kings College, 8-2 on the year. Both ranked in their region and in the country as a whole, so certainly bringing some firepower in here. So Liv Wongren going to jump it off with Tori Day. And again, thanks for joining us as we are ready to roll. Ball goes in the air. Wongren will tip it out. Rademacher has it. Montana Tech with the opening possession. Rademacher into the zone, drifting right, hands it off there to Wongren. Liv with the left hand to the left elbow, moves it up top to Humphreys. You have got to guard her at the perimeter. Humphreys kicks it out on the left side. Macy Mayer. Macy, little switch dribble out to Humphreys. She's going to fire. It's on its way, no good. Offensive rebound, batted around. Eagles come out with it. Eagles the other way. Here comes Ailman. Ailman across the timeline. Pass goes wide left to Rivet. Rivet back here on the near side. It comes to Majot. 3 wide for the Eagles, working high-low posts. They look for the entry. Instead, they'll fire from up top. That one no good. Rebound controlled by Rademacher.
Not a very good shot selection.
Coach tells them to get in motion. Into the offensive side, we're going to get a shove call.
That was a real late whistle. She got chucked as she was going to pass the ball.
So the personal, I do believe, going to Monroe. Oh, and of course I'm wrong. Nope. Thought it was on 8. I think it's Monroe. Humphreys gets the inbound at the right elbow. Nice pass underneath to Mayer. That shot blocked. Getting a hand on it was Ailman.
Great block. She was fully extended. You had to get up to get a piece of that one.
So they'll lob it in. Humphreys out right side. Wongren. Wongren around a high screen. She's going to fire from the foul line. It's up front of the rim, no good. Big offensive rebound, Macy Mayer. Back out. Wongren going to go again. Second attempt won't fall. And Humphreys will get the rebound, but she'll also pick up the personal foul as she wrenched in and tried to take it away from Tori Day. So Humphreys called with a foul. And the Eagles back the other way. Montana Tech going to come with 2-2-1 full court pressure. We'll see if the Eagles can deal with this pressure first to start, and then we'll see how they deal with it for 32 minutes. Pass on the right side. Nice take through the middle. Scoop shot is up and out, no good. Rademacher another rebound. Down the floor, Kiowason. He'll drop it back, Macy Mayer. Now to Rademacher. Rademacher drives, attacks, shot won't go. Big offensive rebound. Humphreys, second attempt, no, but Wongeren crashing the boards, gets another offensive rebound. And it goes to Humphreys, to the wing. Rademacher fires, gets it.
I'll tell you what, Montana Tech is really going to the offensive boards. They're controlling them right now. That's not good.
4 offensive rebounds for Montana Tech already, 6 rebounds in total. Eagles with 2 rebounds thus far. Step through, nice step. That one won't go. And Macy Mayer pushing the pace again. Down the floor, Kiowason puts on the brakes. Running the lane a little bit behind Wongeren. She's able to keep it under control. Humphreys up top. Humphreys attacks. Humphreys to the rack, rims in.
Yeah, she's tough to defend. The post player that's not used to playing the perimeter really struggles with her. She takes the ball to hoop real well.
Boy, and the other side of that, she shoots the three-pointer so well.
She does.
You know, the first couple when we saw them, we're like, well, that's interesting. And then, well, she kept shooting about 40%. And you're like, hold on a second.
Yeah, she's a tough matchup on the floor, no question about it. That's why early in the game I like to see her with the ball to see what the defense is doing to her and who they can get open. She's a great passer, too.
Again, thanks for joining us here as we get things underway. Our final game of 2024. Frontier Conference action gets underway in Billings next. We'll give you that schedule as the afternoon continues. Down to the deep corner, Aubrey Rademacher puts it up off balance and gets it.
Good body control, excellent jump stop.
Nice down that time by Aub. She has, looks like 5 points right now for Montana Tech. Eagles into the offensive side, looking for their first basket, attacking down the left side. Pass goes wide left, off the back of the rim. Rebound battled for, and Rademacher takes it away.
Yeah, there's a real rebounding edge right now.
Montana Tech out-rebounding the Eagles 8-2 right now. Macy Mayer inside to Humphreys. Humphreys battling, puts it up, no. Defensive rebound brought in by Ailman. Boy, kind of surprised they didn't double up.
They're not doubling. That's what I look for to see who she's got open.
Ball gets stripped out, loose on the baseline, picked up there by Bunting. Kiowason reaches in for the steal. Liv Wongeren will push the pace the other way. Wongeren drops it off to Wasson. Wasson goes cross court. Open three, Rademacher gets it. Aubrey Rademacher is 2-2 from downtown.
She's feeling that you got to get her the ball.
6:11 left to play here in the opening quarter. Montana Tech, that 2-2-1 pressure. Not bringing a ton of heavy pressure. Going coast to coast, scoop shot is up and in. The first basket of the day is going to go for Ailman. Megan Ailman will roll it in. Macy Mayer, she'll take it to the rack. I like to see that.
Easy, good transition movement with the basketball in Montana Tech's women.
Diggs leading 11-2. Eagles in the backcourts. Across the timeline is Jamie Bunting. She and Jody Bunting. We do see them both on the floor. We'll go to first names, but as of right now, we've only seen Jamie. Jody is a freshman.
A line exchange.
Ooh, yeah, the Diggs going to the full line change. The Eagles with 3 new bodies. So Montana Tech will bring out a whole new crop here as Haley Haber will get her first minutes. Also out is Haley Neibauer. We've got Carlson out there. The inbound, nice bounce pass entry as that one comes into the hands of Quealy, and Quealy puts it down.
Great bounce pass. I never would have got there any other way.
Neibauer drives, ball gets checked out of her hands. Neibauer attacking, hands it off to Haber. Haber spins back out to Neibauer. Neibauer wants the baseline, good defensive pressure. Inside it goes. Nice pass, turn, and an offensive call going to go against Brooklyn Hankowitz.
Yeah, dipped her shoulder just that little bit. Of great post up. She really didn't have to do that, but you want to create separation. Sometimes they let you get away with it, sometimes they don't.
5 minutes left to play here in this opening quarter. Again, thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. The Eagles in the backcourt. Montana Tech continues to bring some pressure inside. Tried to feed it on the interior that time to Quealing.
The pressure is affecting Canada here a little bit. They're really trying to press themselves with their passing, and they've turned it over a couple times.
4:57 left to play here in the first. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a timeout, so with that, we'll take one. We're back here to the campus of Montana Tech right after this. Hey, welcome back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech. We're on Digger Vision. The Digs opened this first quarter on an 11-4 run. They jumped out 7-0. The Kings answered with a couple quick baskets. Back the other way, Montana Tech, Avery Carlson. Left side, Hankowitz fires the three, no good. And the Kings come out with it, but losing her footing, going to the ground. We're going to get a jump ball call, as going to the ground that time was Olivia Peterson.
You know, Tech's only bringing tentative pressure in this press, but it seems to be bothering what they've done. They've taken Kings out of their offense. They're not getting into their offense and running their stuff.
It feels like the physical nature of the game is throwing the Eagles off a little bit thus far. Feels like they haven't been able to respond to, I mean, it's been pretty physical down inside thus far, especially crashing for boards. Montana Tech dominating rebounds right now. Long-range three is up and in. Big-time shot by Kayla Soderts.
There's no reason to back off now. That pressure defense is bothering them a little bit. That's a great shot.
Back the other way. Carlson in the lane. Puts up the shot, no good, but she will go to the foul line and shoot two. So Avery Carlson will shoot a pair here for the Digs. Avery Carlson, the sophomore out of Havre. An incredible defensive mind. If they could get her to that even 6 to 8 points a game cruise, you'd love to see it.
She's still a baby. She'll get there. Trust me, by the time she's a senior, she's going to be a great player. Not that she isn't now, but there's always room for improvement.
Carlson gets the first, waiting for the second, gets it.
Came from the School of Basketball up there in Havre. I'll tell you what,
no
they
joke.
won some state championships.
Yeah, they have turned out some incredible talent. Certainly some guards, but boy, you've seen them at the college ranks at all levels. Eagles, 4 wide, driving through the lane, right-handed scoop shot is up and out, no good. Hopper with a rebound. I have the hiccups, so bear with me. Personal foul going to go to Lauren Meters. So Meters going to pick up the shove call. Diggs leading by 6. And Montana Tech will bring it down the floor. Hopper and Carlson in the backcourts. Carlson across the timeline. Carlson moving left, back to her right side. Near side, Badavinik. Down in the corner it goes to Hankowitz. Hankowitz looking on the inside. Pass a little bit behind Carlson. And the Eagles come away with the steal as Bunting out with it.
Yeah, and I don't think she was expecting that pass.
Huge collision and a block call going to be hit on Carlson. Boy, big collision there at the foul line as Jamie Bunting and Avery Carlson went hip to hip. Carlson went sliding across the floor, and she'll pick up the block call. Substitution here is Ella Maggio is back in. Eagles lob it all the way up top. Byron, three-point shot, no good. Rebound, Hankowitz. Montana Tech out rebounding the Kings, 10-4. Back the other way, 4 wide for the Digs. Here on the near side, pass goes up top. Badavinik on the inside. Hankowitz, she'll turn and get it.
Great post up. She just owned the defender.
So Hankowitz knocks it down, her first basket of the day. Montana Tech leading 15-7. Losing the handle on it there for a moment was Majot. She'll get it to Meters. Meters, ball taken away. Neibauer, the freshman with the steal, and then she's going to be fouled by Jamie Bunting.
Yeah, one of the things Kings has got to do is take better care of the basketball. She penetrated into traffic. Great steal that time to draw the foul.
Turnover.
They have got to show more patience on offense.
5th turnover of the day here for the Eagles. And Montana Tech will inbound here at midcourt. Neibauer has Carlson in the backcourts. Haber, Hankwitz, and Badavinik on the floor for the Digs. It's been great to see Badavinik starting to get rolling here. She has an opening. Bado fires, gets it.
That's what that girl does best right there.
That's the case. So Bado knocks it down. Montana Tech with their largest lead of the day, 18-7. Far left side, Eagles with it. Majot. Majot steps back, shot blocked. Badavinik got a hand on it. She's open down court. Hankwitz just unable to see her. And that one's going to be knocked out of bounds.
Took that extra dribble, allowed him to get to the ball.
2:28 left to play here in this first quarter. Digs up 18-7. And Montana Tech will inbound down in the corner. Carlson. 2:28 left to play in this opener. Bado gets it. Hands it off to Carlson. Montana Tech, 6 ladies to score thus far. Badavinik drives, kicks it out left side. Hankwitz, 3-point shot, good. Brooklyn Hankwitz knocks it down.
Because of injury, she got a couple weeks off. She's making up for it here quickly.
The Digs as a team are 3 of 6 from the 3-point line right now. They lead by 14. Pressure has caused some turnovers. Into the double team, to the ground. And a jump ball call as Carlson ties up Bunting. And Montana Tech will have the possession arrow, and we're going to get a line change again. So the Digs will bring in a fresh 5 here.
Well, you want to talk about the bottom 5 that came in and expand the lead here. They did their job.
Darn right. Love to see that.
That's what you ask when they come off the bench.
Back the other way, Wongren. Into the offensive side. Bounce pass here, Macy Mayer. Mayer goes up top. Looking on the interior is Humphreys. Humphreys spins back to her right side. Humphreys with the right hand. It won't go, but she is going to go to the foul line.
They've got to get in that seam and make her pick that dribble up. She is too good around the basket, and my feeling is they didn't study film on her in the games that she played. She's having free access one-on-one, and that's what you want with her.
Boy, and she's so dangerous. She's not a one-trick pony in that she's not a right-handed shot or a left-hand shot. She can go with both sides and is as effective with either hand.
Absolutely.
Humphreys first, rattles out. 14-point lead for the Digs, 21-7. Adley Humphreys at the line here for Montana Tech. Again, the final game of the preseason, if you will. Frontier Conference season will get underway at the beginning of the year. Humphreys goes 1 of 2, and the Eagles back the other way. Across the timeline with it, Ailman. Ailman moving lefts. Steps through, moves it back up top. Now around the arc right side, it goes to Majot. Majot hits the side of the backboard out of bounds. That's going to be Orediggers basketball.
They have got to come up with some type of scheme to enter the ball to get the defense to break down. Their perimeter defense for Tech is playing really well right now.
Digs into the offensive side, and into the offense is Chloe Sandiford. Our first time to see her here. Spinning, Macy Mayer rolls it in. Macy Mayer, she has 2 points on the day, stolen away. Kaya Wasson to Mayer, Mayer to Sandiford. Sandiford through the lane, off the glass and in.
Need a timeout. It's getting away from them.
Chloe Sandiford, that one's knocked out. Eagles able to get into the offensive zone. Ailman across the paint, shot is up and out. Defensive rebound, Montana Tech the other way. Eagles get back quickly defensively. Kaya Wasson, cross-court pass, Sandiford. Sandiford into the high post, moves it across. Rademacher will fire from deep. That one off the iron, no good. And it's going to go out of bounds and will be Eagle basketball. Honestly thought Chloe might get called with a shove there after the rebound.
She should have. They missed that one.
34 seconds left to play here in this opening quarter. Montana Tech up 26-7. They started on a 7-0 run. The Kings cut it to 4. And then Montana Tech has just gone on an absolute terror here, leading 26-7.
And this 2-1-2 press that he has put in, we haven't seen it before, is being effective.
Eagles across midcourt, Megan Ailman. Ailman with the left hand into the high posts, backs it out. Majot spins back to her left side, into the double team. Good defensive pressure. Far left wing, deep three, no good. And coming out with that ball is Neibauer. Neibauer will bring it into the offensive side herself. 5 seconds. Neibauer coast to coast, lost the handle, but was still able to get it up and in. Neibauer puts it down, and we have one in the books. Montana Tech leading 28-7 as the Digs taking on the Eagles here on Digger Vision. We'll take a break. Second quarter coming up after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christopher Stanger, and my specialty is adult hip and knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
Hey, welcome back here once again. Montana Tech leading the Eagles out of Kings College 28-7. The Digs shooting 55% from the floor in that opening quarter. On the other side, the Eagles shooting 23% in that first 10 minutes of play. So the Eagles, I'll just throw my computer. Don't mind me. Thank you. Hey, geez, thanks. Appreciate that. As my computer goes crashing to the ground. Diggs back the other way. Inside to Mayer. Mayer spins. Great spin, Macy Mayer. 6 points for May. She's 3 of 4 from the floor.
She is just difficult to play against because of her size and quickness. Great footwork.
Shot blocked as Liv Wongren gets a piece of it. The Eagles will remain in possession of their offensive zone. Montana Tech leading 30-7. Rademacher has 7. Macy Mayer has 6. The inbound. That comes into the hands of Meters. Meters wants the baseline. Wongren strips it away from her. And it'll go out of bounds off of Meters. That will be Montana Tech basketball.
Little things in basketball. She brought it down below her waist, got it swiped off her knee, and Tech takes the turnover. You got to take care of that thing.
9:20 left to play here in the first half. Coming up before the men's game, we will unveil the Montana Tech banner, the men's team, who has won their 3rd consecutive Frontier Conference title, both regular season and tournament title last year. We'll unveil that banner coming up right before the men's game.
Excellent take to the basket by Hankowitz. Going to shoot 2.
So Hankowitz will go to the stripe. Her first free throws of the day. Montana Tech is 3 of 4 from the foul line thus far.
Her injury was a bad one for a basketball player. It was her feet, and she is looking good moving.
Hankowitz first, up and good. So Brooklyn knocks the first one down. She has 6 points on the day. She's 2 of 3 from the floor, now 1 of 1 from the foul line, and make that 2 of 2 from the foul line. She and Rademacher, the leading scorers, both with 7. Pressure into the offensive side, and not watching it into her hands. Lauren Meters started to make her move before she watched it in. And the turnover will go to Montana Tech. Turnover number 10 on the day for the Eagles. So the Digs back the other way. Into the ball game from Montana Tech, J.C. Erickson. Erickson down in the bottom deep left corner. Macy Mayer gets it. Mayer outside the wing, feeds it on the interior. Hadley Humphreys spins, kicks it across. Kaya Wasson, 3-point shot, good.
That is excellent team play, excellent ball movement. Not a selfish bone out there right now.
Kaya, that's her first drop of the day. She has 3 points. Montana Tech leading 35-7. Step back, three-point shot, no. Rebound tipped, Kaya Wasson with a rebound. She'll push the pace. Wasson, great bounce pass. Hadley finishes. What a pass by Kaya Wasson. As Humphreys finishes, Montana Tech up by 30 all of a sudden. Again, this was a 4-point ball game. Now Kaya Wasson with another steal. Wasson gonna go coast to coast this time. Front of the rim, no. Tipped out. And the officials will say Eagle basketball.
I'm going to have to talk to her after about missing the layup.
Kaya Wasson's third steal here.
Yeah, she's getting in the passing lanes.
Boy, I feel like a little broken record in this respect. But boy, we've talked extensively about her change in defense this year. She has stepped up tremendously on the defensive side.
Well, Coach Graham teaches good defense, and he's got the players that get it. You got to have the get it factor when you're a basketball player, and this defensive squad of Tech's women definitely has that.
Diggs up 37-7. Into the offensive side, pass goes left to Rivet. Rivet gonna fire from deep. That one's up, and it's gonna be an air ball out of bounds. Montana Tech will get it back. So it has been all Montana Tech here for the last 6-7 minutes. As down the floor we go. Running the offense right now, J.C. Erickson. Sophomore out of Seiko, lobs it on the inside. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul and shove call on Megan Ailman.
That's another great post-up, great pass. They have got to get to the side to play that person when they're posting them up down near the circle under the basket. And they're letting them have the ball, and they're in trouble because these post players from Tech are doing a great job.
And it looks like the Eagles have called a timeout. So with that, we'll take one. Ladies and gentlemen, the Digs up 37-7. We're back to the campus of Montana Tech right after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jessica Reisig, an orthopedic surgeon here in Butte, Montana with specialty training in foot and ankle. I chose orthopedic surgery because I get to actively help my patients enjoy their lives. The human body in general is just really amazing. The way everything works as a unit, the way the bones, tendons, muscles all work to function and just make people move is something that I've always found incredibly fascinating. And there's nothing more rewarding than seeing a patient get better because of the work we did together.
Hey, we're back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech. The Digs firing on all cylinders right now, JT, as they lead 37-7.
Yeah, well, the defense is the name of the game here, and Kings College has got to handle the pressure a little bit better. Plus, when they get it across midcourt, they've got to run their stuff with better precision passing instead of dribbling. Dribbling's getting them into a little bit of trouble.
7:33 left to play here in the first half. Montana Tech will lob it out. Brooklyn Hankwitz. Hankwitz, interior, Humphreys. Great pass, great finish. Hadley, Humphreys puts it in.
Once again, they found a glaring weakness. They're standing behind that post player 2 feet from the basket. You've got to get on a side and take that away.
Boy, I love the high-low with Humphreys and Hankwitz. Two powerful post players, both with great shooting ability. Little head fake, driving into the double team, and I believe Wasson's going to pick up the personal. Oh, and I'm wrong. It's going to go on the interior.
Yeah, Hadley.
Yep, so Hadley's going to pick it up. And Tech will line change again.
Well, one thing I like about this, I'm not a big line change guy, but everybody's getting to play, and they're happy, and they're playing well.
That they are. We're doing it just for our Canadian friends. We're just doing just kind of hockey rules here. We're just doing full line changes.
Yeah, exactly what they're doing.
Let's see who's on the floor here. I would call this the Tech checking line, probably. A little more physical.
Well, here's what's unique about it. Any one of these 5 girls out there could be a starter. No doubt in my mind. That's how even this team is.
Far left side, Ailman spins, pass across the paint, goes underneath the Day. Day, ball stripped away. She gets back on it. Good hustle by Day. She kicks it across to Bunting. Bunting fires, and it's going to be a shot clock violation.
Didn't get it off in time.
Good hustle inside that time by Day.
Again, they got to take the dribble away a little bit, go to passing. They're not doing a great job of entering into the post.
Across the timeline, Montana Tech. Near side with it. Haber. Haber feeds it inside to Rademacher. Good spin, shot, no. Tipped out, loose, still loose, picked up now by Haber. Freshman out of Billings, fires it up top to Rademacher. Little switch dribble by Aubrey Rademacher to her right side, shot blocked. Day got a hand on it, Tori Day. And the Eagles will go the other way. Switch dribble, Ailman. Ailman coast to coast, no. Rademacher with a rebound. Rebound number 4 for Aubrey here today. Neibauer up top to Rademacher. Rademacher right side. That one goes out to Avery Carlson. We're going to get an offensive.
Yeah, Rademacher set an illegal screen.
Okay. So that will go to the Eagles. 5:59 left to play here in the first half. The Digs up 39-7. They have just gone on an absolute terror here. They jumped out early. The Kings kind of reeled them in, or started to anyway. And then Montana Tech just pushed the accelerator through the floor. Jamie Bunting, far left, goes into the high post, puts it up off balance, no good. Tech basketball. As of right now, Kings College shooting 16% from the floor. Montana Tech has almost as many makes as Kings does attempts. Kings are 3 of 18 from the floor. On the other side, Montana Tech is 15 of 27. Battle, front of the rim, no. Defensive rebound, Jamie Bunting. Senior the other way. Bunting stops, kicks it out to the wing. 3-point shot is on its way. Off the back of the iron, no good. Badavinik with a rebound. Brooke will clear it out, cross the timeline. Cross-court pass, head fake. Driving the lane, Neibauer with the take. That one's swatted out of bounds by Megan Ailman. So Ailman knocks that one out. And that will be Orediggers basketball here. As the Digs will bring it in, Avery Carlson brings it into Rademacher, and she is fouled. So Aubrey Rademacher will go to the foul line here for the Digs. Montana Tech is 5 of 6 from the free throw line today. And Obbs at the line here. So Aubrey Rademacher shooting 2. Her first is up and good.
Excellent free throw shooter.
Yes, very much so, has been. Getting ready for her second here. And the Eagles down the floor. Montana Tech up 41-7. Eagles cross the timeline, moving lefts. Double team approaches. They'll pass it out to Lindstrom. Lindstrom lost the handle on it. Loose, picked up as Hankwitz clears it out. She'll move it down the floor. And with it is Sanford. Sanford into the paint to the wing. Rademacher pops it, gets it. Aubrey Rademacher knocks it down. She has 12 points here in the first half. And the Eagles into the offensive side. Just past the midway point here of the second quarter. Pass on the far right wing. Ball comes out on Megan Ailman. That one's tipped away as well. Comes back to Ailman up top. Into the high post it goes. Deep 3 is up and out. Rattles out that time for Jamie Bunting.
Can't buy one.
Not at all. Digs the other way. Bounce pass intercepted. Tried to force feed that one on the interior. And the Eagles going the other way. Cameron Ketchum on the floor for Montana Tech. The young freshman underneath. Shot is up and in for Jamie Bunting. Bunting able to get that one under control. Puts it up, puts it down. Montana Tech across the timeline. Chloe Sanford gets it here on the near side. Looking on the entry. Gets it down to Wongren. Wongren turns. Ball's knocked out of her hands. She's able to get it back under control. Driving. And an offensive call on Rademacher.
Yeah, she kept going.
Jamie Bunting held her ground. And
good defense by Kings College that time.
So Rademacher picks up the personal foul. Eagles will sub out here a little bit. Montana Tech leading 43-9. The Digs will get into Frontier Conference play next week because they'll go on the road to Rocky the first game. We'll give you that full schedule here as we continue. Ball fake as Soderts goes up with the left hand and gets it. Nice take that time by Kayla Sodert. Digs up 43-11. Liv Wongren the other way. Wongren, Sandiford near side, Rademacher. Rademacher up top, they're going to go 4 wide. Sandiford now to Rademacher. 3-point shot, no. Rebound swatted away. That's going to go out of bounds and be Eagle basketball. Liv Wongren the last to touch that one, and Tech going to go with the line change again. We're going to see some new bodies as well. As we're going to see Morrell into the ball game, as Celine Morrell will check in, also coming into the ball game for her first minutes here today. It looks as though Conan will be out, so Emma Conan.
Yeah, everybody's getting some PT today.
Emma trying to mess with me, not wearing her normal 23. Eagles, left side spinning, pass goes across. Little head fake there by Ailman. Ailman wants the baseline, puts it up at the left hand, rattles out, no good. Rebound controlled by Morrell. Morrell across midcourt, puts on the brakes. Pass comes here on the near side. Back into the hands of Macy Mayer. Mayer started on fire early. Ball fake there. Conan stripped away for a moment. Back out to Mayer. Mayer now to Humphreys. Humphreys to her left hand. Double teamed. Baseline underneath the Conan. Her shot blocked. That's going to go out of play, and it will be Eagle basketball. Good play on the baseline by Lauren Meters.
She's got to swing that. She went straight up. Great strip by Kings that time.
2:05 left to play here in the first half. Eagles down the floor. Montana Tech has now used their entire bench here in this first half. Near side, Lauren Meters. Meters goes up top to Sodert. On the inside, Humphreys knocks it away, but the Eagles in possession. Great pass underneath that time from Majot as she gets it down to Quealy, and Quealy converts. Conan on the wing. Puts on the brakes, looking to enter. She gets it underneath to Humphreys. Humphreys high off the glass and in. Hadley Humphreys, 9 points. Diggs leading 45-13. Near side with it, Meters. Meters goes cross court to Soder. Deep three, no good. Rebound, Humphreys. Humphreys to Macy Mayer. Outlet down the floor, Carlson. Carlson to Humphreys.
Great
Humphreys.
pass.
And
Great job of running the floor by Humphreys.
yeah. You have to love that when your post players take that 90-foot break and just go.
One of the big keys to winning, get your posts to outrun everybody.
Diggs up 45-13. Avery Carlson will inbound here for Montana Tech. They'll set up 4 corners. Again, Montana Tech has played everybody on the bench so far. The inbound to Mayer. Mayer kicks it out left side. Hadley Humphreys from deep, front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Eagles. And that's going to go out of play. Turnover as Jody Bunting just unable to hold on to it. That one's going to go out of bounds, and that will be turnover number 13 on the day for the Eagles. Montana Tech will inbound in the backcourt, Avery Carlson. Carlson across the timeline. Near side. Now it goes up top. Good entry pass inside to Mayer, and she will be fouled by Kayla Sodert. Thought she was going to get by with that one for a second. It's a pretty effective arm bar.
Worked for a second.
For a second. I thought the official was going to let it go. 55 seconds left to play here in this first half. Montana Tech up 45-13. And Macy Mayer at the line. Adavinic will check back in. Haley Hauber will check back in, as does Liv Wongren. And it looks like Kaya Wasson will come in for Mayer possibly after she shoots the free throw. At the line, Macy Mayer, 6 points on the day, her first free throw of the afternoon. That one rattles out no good. So again, the final game before we get into the Frontier Conference play for the Digs. Mayer goes 1 of 2. She'll check out. Kaya Wasson will come in. Macy Mayer, an outstanding first half thus far. 7 points. She's 3 of 4 from the floor. And the Eagles The other way, Ella Mageau across the timeline. 50 seconds remaining in the first half. Driving up top, pass goes down to the bottom right corner. Three-point shot is long. Rebound controlled. Badavinik had it. It goes out of play off the Eagles. And that will be Orediggers basketball. 40 seconds left to play here in the first half. The Digs up 46-13. Liv Wongren gets it in the backcourt. About a 10-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Wongren up top. Deep three, front of the rim, no good. Long rebound tracked down by Badavinik. Bado trying to find somewhere to go, gets it off to Haber. Haber around a screen, drives down to the left elbow, puts on a break. Gets it off to Henkwitz. Shot clock down to 8. Haber deep gets fouled. Kind of gets bailed out that time. She was underneath the basket. And the shove call against Kayla Soderts. That is her second, and Haley Haber will go to the stripe here for Montana Tech, the young freshman. I'm trying to remember. I don't believe there has ever been a moment where it has felt like Haley Haber has played like a freshman since she's gotten here.
No, she's an outstanding, really good disciplined basketball player. They got a good recruit when they got her.
Haber's second. Back of the rim, no good. Tipped out. Loose on the ground. Haber trying to wrestle it away, and we're going to get a jump ball with 10 seconds left to play here in the first half. Possession arrow will favor the Digs. Kaya Wasson. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout. So the Orediggers will call a timeout. 9.9 seconds left to play here in the first half. Montana Tech leading 46-13. It looks like a short timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here. As JT, talk about where we're at in this time of the year as the final game before you get into Frontier Conference play. What are you working on right now in this final game, and kind of what are you preparing, in your opinion, as we get into conference?
Well, the most important thing to me is ball control, taking care of the basketball, and I think that's something that you stress all through the season. The other thing is, when you're going to play 10, 12, 14 players, you want your culture, you want it all to work together. You don't want to, sometimes this 5 come in and they aren't as good as the 5 that left. So you got to watch that.
Badavinik, entry underneath. Kicks it back up top. Hankwitz is open. Brooklyn won't go. Offensive rebound, Badavinik. And it looks like with 1/10 of a second left, the Eagles will inbound. And we will have our first half in the books. 46-13, Montana Tech with the lead over the Kings, over the Eagles out of Kings College here on Digger Vision. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday afternoon. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll give you the numbers and walk it through it here in just a bit.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christopher Stanger, and my specialty is adult hip and knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most: community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
Hey, welcome back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech. The Digs up 46-13 as we are at the half. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher. We're here on Digger Vision. As always, thanks for joining us here on a Saturday afternoon as the Montana Tech Orediggers taking on the Eagles out of King's College. And let's take a look at what we've got going on here as we take a look at the numbers here as we take a peek. Hi, how you doing?
Good. Doing good. Crowd wants to visit me.
Yeah, Jim Michelati coming over to.
It's autograph day. I got to sign autographs.
Yeah, that's a fine point. JT, let's talk about that first 20 minutes. Give us your take. We'll talk numbers and stuff here as we go.
First 20 minutes was a game of fundamentals, and let's start with King's College. They've got to take better care of the basketball. I don't know, they had 13 or 14 turnovers. That's way too many and a half. They're also doing everything off the dribble, and Tech does such a great job of getting into the seam and helping recovering that, and then they double the ball when it goes baseline. The game is about ball movement. The ball moves faster than players can, and so they've got to use the pass more than they're using the dribble. It allows the defense to relax and set in and do their thing. So they've got to do that. The other thing is they got to figure out a way to stop things down inside that paint, because they're getting sealed off by these post players, and it's because they're standing behind. When you see that player coming at you to seal it, you have got to turn sideways and get around it, get a hand in there, and then step in front of her, and it's just too easy. So it's all about fundamentals in the first half with King's College. They got to run their offense, but they got to do it through the pass, not the dribble.
Montana Tech led 9-0 before Kings College got their first points on the board. And from that point forward, Kings actually put up 5 points at that point. And then Montana Tech went on a 21-2 run to close out that first quarter.
Well, one of the problems with getting a big lead is you always get a different effort out of your team. And
yes.
With the substitutions that he's using, they started to get a little bit sloppy and then took a couple bad shots on offense. Not that Kings is going to be able to get back in this thing, because they aren't. But Montana Tech has got to go back to the drawing board and take better care of the basketball and run their stuff, because they're getting good, wide-open shots. And they're owning inside the key and on the block. They're owning that territory, and that has to be taken away.
I'm not going to lie. That's the part that really kind of surprised me, honestly, in the first half. We talked about the size advantage that it felt like Kings had, but Montana Tech's aggression to the glass was really off the charts. They came out and out-rebound Kings College 27-13 in the first 20 minutes of play.
Yeah, and they owned the offensive boards there for a while. That's why this lead got expanded so far. But Kings College has got to make adjustments down there, and then there's a lot of athleticism. Hankowitz posted up early, looked really good. You can post up just about anybody that's big on this team, and they'll good job. But you cannot let them have an easy entry pass. You're dead in the water. If you're not going to double the ball down there, then you've got to figure out another way to do it.
Well, again, thanks for joining us here as we make our way through a Saturday afternoon. Montana Tech leading 46-13. Let's take a look at the individual numbers. We'll start things off for Kings College as of right now. Their leading scorer is Sodert. Sodert is 2 of 4 from the floor, 1 of 3 from downtown. She has 5 points on the day. Also has added 1 rebound to that total for the Eagles today. Quealy off the bench, I thought has played well. She has 4 points. She's 2 of 2 from the floor in her 6 minutes of play. Let's see, Bunting, that is Jamie Bunting, has 2 points. She's 1 of 3 from the floor, and Ailman with 2 points as well. She's 1 of 7 from the floor so far in the first half. Ailman leads the Eagles with 2 rebounds as well. As a team, the Eagles shot 23% from the floor. They were 6 of 26. They were 1 of 11 from downtown in that opening 20 minutes of play. 13 turnovers and 13 total rebounds for Kings College. To put the rebounds in perspective, Montana Tech, 27 total rebounds in that first half.
Yeah, they rebounded the ball extremely well, and their fortunes lie in the defense. Even when they came off a little sluggish after getting the big lead, their defense prevented Kings from getting scoring opportunities, and they got into passing lanes. This is a well-coached Montana Tech team.
Let's take a look at the Tech numbers. They shot 47% from the floor in the first half, 31% from the three-point line as a team, and they were 8 of 12 from the free throw line in that first half of play. Individually, Aubrey Rademacher leads them with 11. Rademacher is 4 of 9 from the floor, 1 of 3 from downtown, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. She also is the leading rebounder with 5 rebounds thus far for Montana Tech. So 11 points, 5 rebounds for the senior out of Kalispell.
Yeah, and you expect that out of her.
Yeah.
She's a senior, fifth-year senior, and she's been all conference. She's just an outstanding player.
Hadley Humphreys, 9 points. She's 4 of 8 from the floor, 0 of 2 from downtown, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Again, she has 9 points as of right now. Brooklyn Hankowitz with 7 points. She's 2 of 5 from the floor, 1 of 4 from the three-point line. From there, you're looking at Macy Mayer with 7 points. She had a great first half, 3 of 4 from the floor, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, a pair of rebounds for Macy Mayer in that first 20 minutes. Then you have Kaya Wasson with 3 points, and Kaya was dividends on the other side. Defensively, Kaya Wasson was outstanding. 3 steals and just was all over as Kaya Wasson, a really good defensive first half. Also, Brooke Badavinik with 1 deep ball, Neibauer with 2, Sandiford with 2, and Carlson with 2 points for the Orediggers out of Montana Tech. The Digs up 46-13, 4:20 as we make our way through this halftime. JT, we've talked about it a lot through the years. Talk about trying to get your team ready here. You come out, you're up big. What do you tell them in the locker room? How do you get them prepared? And how do you try and at least keep the fire somewhat going for the second half?
Well, let's start with King College. The score is 0-0. You want to win the second half. That's exactly what you want to do. Can they come back from 33? It's happened. Is it going to happen here tonight? No, it isn't. But you should have a goal in mind when you walk out of that locker room, and their goal right now is to win the second half. Tech, on the other hand, you don't want them to go to sleep because they have this nice lead, and players do that, believe it or not. I don't care what level they're at. NBA players do it. You've got to come out with some tenacity and try to expand the lead. He's going to run his 5 substitutions, and a lot of that has to do with wearing teams down, and I'm sure that Kings College is a little bit tired from that defense. But Tech has to – they played a little sloppy there the last 10 minutes, I felt, and so they have got to clean that up and get back in doing what they're best. Their ball movement early was excellent. They were getting some good look at threes. They're posting up. And then later in the game, they kind of got away from them a little bit. So you want your team to be at its best.
Well, again, thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision as we get ready for the second half. Want to thank everybody for joining us, not only here today, but throughout the season. We have Frontier Conference regular season getting underway next week. We'll give you that schedule here in a minute. But, we've got folks joining us online. People, the one that really worries me is the Morels are currently in Tampa. And my worry is Charles Morel is 50 tomorrow, and I want to make sure that he gets his AARP notice. But I don't know with him not being home if that's going to find him or not on his 50th. Poor old guy.
You got to find your AARP. You got to have a card. That's mandatory when you get 50. But great coach, great guy, and I'm sure he misses his Montana fishing.
That's about all he misses in Montana.
It's what he No, I don't think so. I think he loves this place.
Yeah, Charles is 50 tomorrow. So, Chuck, happy birthday.
I don't remember what year that was, 50.
When you were 50?
Yeah, I don't.
I would assume you went across the Potomac with Washington in your 30s.
Yeah, there's some guy who called himself the president I was riding with. I couldn't figure it out. I thought I was just on a bus to get across the water.
46-13, Montana Tech with the lead over Kings College. We'll take a break. We're back here with the second half, ladies and gentlemen, in just a moment. Montana Tech leading 46-13. We talked about the Frontier Conference getting underway here next. Let's run you through that schedule here shortly. For Montana Tech, their opening game in Frontier Conference play will be on January 4th, a week from today, as they will go on the road to Rocky Mountain College, taking on the Battling Bears. Women at 2, the men at 4. Then from there, they'll come home and battle the Skylights out of MSU Northern. That's on January 9th. It's a Thursday. Then on Saturday, 2 weeks' time from today, Carroll College will be here. So the next home game will be Northern on January 9th, followed by Carroll College on January 11th. Okay? You didn't put that in your calendar, I hope.
That was well done. Yeah, it's on my phone.
Eagles with it, 4 wide, looking on the interior. And losing her footing, going to the ground. Obviously mustn't have had control. I thought that was going to be a travel. That one goes into the backcourts, and Montana Tech will take over. Peterson went to the ground, must not have had possession of the basketball.
Well, Tech came out with some tenacity on defense. That's a good sign coming out of the locker room with a big lead.
Tech leading 46-13. Liv Wongren gets the inbound. Wongren up top, drifting lefts. Now up top to Macy Mayer, on the inside to Hadley Humphreys. To her right hand, Hadley off the glass and in. Hadley with 11 points.
There's 4 ways you can play defense down there, and they're sticking to that play behind the back, and it's not effective.
Both Humphreys and Rademacher each have 11. And Rademacher gets another rebound. She is the leading rebounder for Montana Tech with 6 here today. Wongren near side. Drives down the right side of the paint. She's going to attack. Hits the bottom of the backboard. And the Eagles will push the pace the other way. 2-on-2. Step through in traffic. Shot no good. Kaya Wasson hauls it out.
Blocked by Soda Rice.
Rademacher. The other way, Wasson lobs it underneath to Humphreys. Good entry. Shot no good. Humphreys gets her own rebound, trying to find a spot. And the Digs get bailed out here a little bit, as Quealy is going to be called with the foul. And there may have been a few more than 3 seconds underneath that time.
Humphreys is a beast down there. She stayed with it, got to the free throw line.
8:46 left to play here in the third. First free throw for Had is up and in. Hadley Humphrey, leading scorer on the floor right now with 12.
You want to be a scorer, make your free throws.
Humphreys is 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Her second is good. Hadley Humphreys goes 2 of 2. Hadley Humphreys with 13 points. The Eagles have 13 points. And Kings College down the floor we go. Pass comes here on the near side to Majot. Majot looking on the interior. Double team, ball stripped away momentarily. Kicked out on the edge to Peterson. Peterson, deep three, no good. Rademacher gets another rebound. And Aubrey will push the pace the other way. Double team drops to her. And that one's going to roll out of bounds. She dropped it off to Wonger and hit her foot and rolled out of play. And that will be a turnover to the Eagles. Turnover number 5 from Montana Tech today. Eagles, near side with it, Peterson. Peterson spins to the right hand. Shot blocked by Wongeren, but picked up by the Eagles. Good pass underneath. It's up and in with the right hand that time by Ailman.
Nice pass.
Megan Ailman knocks it down. Macy Mayer through the paint, kicks it across to Wasson. Wasson from deep, gets it. Kaya Wasson drains it. She has 6 points, 2 for 2 from downtown.
There's a girl who can get on fire from that three-point line.
That's it. Montana Tech getting ready to bring in the checking line again here as they'll go a fresh 5. Baseline spinning, falling to the ground, and that's going to be a turnover to Montana Tech.
Once again, too much use of the dribble. Getting themselves, and Tech is really playing great defense one-on-one. They're stopping penetration, not allowing them to get to the bucket.
53-15, Montana Tech with the lead and the ball. And down the floor, Carlson. Carlson moves it left side to Badavinik. Now to Haber. Hankowitz flashes through and gets it. Hankowitz turns and fires from 7, no good. Rebound battled around, Eagles basketball. Here comes Kings back the other way. Near side, Peterson. Peterson, double team coming. Ball stripped away. Now we're going to get a rumble for it, and the possession arrow will favor the Orediggers.
Brought the ball down to her hip. Got to keep it up.
Montana Tech leading 53-15, matching their biggest lead of the day at 38 points. Here's side. Nybauer looking on the interior. Pump fake, up to Batto. Badavinik fires. Brooke gets another one. You might want to put a body on her. Brooke is 2 of 3 from downtown.
That was a well-designed play. They screened down for her with the Hankowitz. She got wide open.
Eagles, far right wing. 3 wide, going to run high-low posts. Deep 3 is on the way. Wide right, Badavinik with a rebound. Brooke will push the pace into the offensive side. Brooke, wraparound pass inside to Haber. Haber with the left hand finishes. That is Hallie's first field goal, actually her first shot of the day. And Tech goes up 58-15. Eagles. Little head fake out on the right wing, Peterson. Peterson steps back, fires from the arc, no good. Badavinik gets another rebound, and we'll go the other way. In transition, underneath, and Haber will put it up and in.
Everything about that was a great fast break. The look, the pass, the post, Haber getting down the floor.
Tremendous ball movement by the Digs. Out on the right side there with it is Rivet. Rivet drives into the paint, shot blocked as Hankowitz knocks it away. Montana Tech in transition. Carlson, Avery off the glass, she gets it up and in.
Had a couple options there. Badavinik was free on the backside. Nice take.
5:40 left to play here in the third. Eagles into the offensive side. Calling for backside help. Ailman Inlet pass is knocked out by Hauber, able to track it down as Quealy. Near side it comes to Rivet. Rivet back to her left hand. Drives into the double team, ball stripped away. Orediggers basketball. Good outlet to Neibauer. Neibauer going to take it with a right hand, rolls it in for two.
They needed timeout. Oh, they took it.
And they're going to take 64-15 our score. Montana Tech with the lead over the Eagles. We have a timeout on the floor, so with it, we'll take one. We're back here after this.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most: community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
Back here once again at the campus of Montana Tech as the Orediggers up 64-15. Amanda Bedovinik, I assume doing something work-related.
I don't know. She's pretty lazy. I got her.
There are a lot of words I've had associated with Amanda Bedovinik through the years, but I'm not sure that's one of them.
She'll let me know that.
Yeah, probably. 64-15, Montana Tech with the lead. As back the other way come the Eagles. The Eagles going to bring it across the timeline after the timeout. Diggs leading 64-15. Baseline taken away. Liv Wongren will get the steal. Montana Tech on an 18-2 run here to get this third quarter started. Diggs, Humphreys moves it across. Around a screen with the head fake, looking for Wongren on the baseline, and that one booted away.
Yeah, good look. Good backdoor cut. She's got a foot in there.
And it looks like we're going to get a stoppage again. 4:51 left to play here in the third. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Again, let's talk Frontier Conference action as the Digs will get things underway on January 4th as they'll go on the road to Rocky for their first game.
Rocky is outstanding this year.
Yeah, the women, I think, are the deal. Let's talk there. From what you have seen, they certainly seem to be the team to beat as of right now, in my opinion, in the Frontier Conference.
Well, I think Providence is.
Okay.
They've got perhaps the best point guard in the conference.
And
Rocky got the
arguably
Devlin
one of the
sister
better
out of Fresno State or someplace, but she's really good. So she's made a big difference already in that basketball team.
Agreed.
So I like Providence and Rocky, but I like Providence to win it.
Providence, an exceptional guard, probably one of the better guards in the country. Then, boy, their post player has been playing outstanding as well.
Oh, yeah, she's a beast. She is really tough.
Looking for the inlet. Wongren, bounce pass into Hauber. Hauber, good defense. That one stripped away. Diving for it, Humphreys. Great job that time by Humphreys. Triple teamed inside to Humphreys. Shot is up and in. Good vision that time by Hauber, and a great assist that time by Humphreys.
It's nice to be 6 foot or better when you're a girl basketball player. You can see over everything.
Hadley Humphreys playing hard on both sides here. Entry pass knocked away. Coming away with the steal is going to be J.C. Erickson. 2-on-2. Erickson bounce pass across to Hauber. Hauber rattles out. Eagles with a rebound. Making our way through this third quarter. Montana Tech on a 20-2 run here in this third. The Eagles driving, scoop shot, whistle, and foul. As going to the ground hard that time was, looked like Foy, or actually, my apologies. That was Bunting. So Jamie Bunting will go to the foul line here for the Eagles. First hits the front of the rim, no good. 66-15, the Digs with the lead. This is their biggest lead of the day at 51 points. Second is good. We talked about the Orediggers defense in the beginning of this, and it certainly is showing its face. Sanford drives, moves it up top to Wongren. Wongren at the elbow. Down to the corner it goes. Back inside to Wongren. Loose on the ground. Liv able to get on top of it, trying to get rid of it. And a 3-second call as Wongren was seated in the key.
The only thing she didn't do was get her tent set up down there. She's there battling.
3:40 left to play here in the third quarter. Eagles into the offensive side. Deep three here from the left wing. Comes up short. Rebound, Hauber. Or excuse me, rather, Hedley Humphreys. Now to Hauber. Hauber double teamed in the paint, in trouble. She's able to get it off the glass and in.
Good power move. Surrounded by two people. Good job of getting the ball off.
68-16, Montana Tech with the lead. Eagles with the basketball. Up top, three-point shot, front of the rim, no. Wongren with the rebound. Montana Tech in transition. Hauber, pass across, gets to Sandiford somehow. Inside to Humphreys, and Humphreys finishes. Hedley Humphreys has 15 points. And she is rolling here today. 2:48 left to play in the third. Montana Tech just continues to bring tremendous pressure defensively, causing turnovers. Jump shot from the left elbow, no good. Liv Wongren with the rebound as Philippek put up the shot. The young freshman. And Montana Tech going to call a timeout. 2:30 left to play here in the third. Looks like it's a short timeout, so we'll go ahead and keep it here.
Yeah, he was trying to get his line change in there. They were sat over there for about 2.5 minutes.
Boy, Montana Tech just on a tear here in this third quarter as they have outscored the Eagles 24-3 this quarter.
Well, no offense to the Kings, but to King College, but that's how you want your team to come out of the locker room when you have a big lead. You don't want to see sluggish play. You want to see everybody get excited about getting the job done, and they're certainly doing that here today.
Some freshmen in for Montana Tech as Cameron Ketchum will come out on the floor, as will Celine Morrell. And Macy Mayer will inbound at midcourts. Kaya Wasson out in front of her. Wasson really having a nice day here. Wasson across the timeline, goes to her left side. Bounce pass as Hankowitz back across to Wasson. Wasson up top, three-point shot. Ketchum comes up short, and that will go to the Eagles.
Well, she's a little nervous. She doesn't get a lot of playing time. She's a red shirt, but I'll tell you what, I know she can shoot the three, so
yes,
that's
indeed.
all right.
Yeah, as we mentioned, Ketchum and Morrell on the floor, both red shirts. I want to say, I think they have 5 games they can play and keep their red shirt. It's either 5 or 6.
I thought it was 4, but you're probably correct.
Through the paint, out on the edge, three-point shot. That one hits the front of the rim, no good. Kaya Wasson trying to get it down the floor, and it's going to be stolen away. Good vision that time by Rivet as she's able to look up and catch eye on that. $1:45 left to play here in this third. Around a screen with it. Ailman, shot no. Now we're going to get a whistle on the baseline.
Yeah, I think Hankowitz got her.
1:38 left to play here in this third quarter. Personal foul goes to Hankowitz. That's her second. Certainly no foul issues at all in this ball game. And at the foul line, the first is up and good there for Megan Ailman. The Eagles are 2 of 3 from the free throw line today. And a rebound controlled by Morrell. They get bumped. She goes to the ground. And we're going to get a shove call, and that's going to go against Tori Day.
My wish for Christmas is that Morrell scores.
Yes.
Need a bucket out of Morrell. Get the ball to her.
I can only swear at her to score a few times in my office. Handoff on the left side. Ketchum across to Morrell. Morrell up top. Move it across to Wasson. Wasson looking on the interior. Good defense out on the perimeter. Comes up top, wide open. Hankowitz, three-point shot is money.
She's been effective on the three-point line and the post today.
Looks real comfortable.
Good to see after that injury. That was a scary injury.
Hankowitz, 10 points on the day. Eagles, 4 wide. Head fake, driving, ball stripped away, steal for Morrell. pushing the pace the other way. Morrell going to go coast to coast, gets it off the glass. Celine Morrell gets it up and in.
Merry Christmas.
So Celine gets her first basket as an Orediger. And back the other way come the Eagles. Switch up by Ailman. She'll drive through the paint to the wing. Three-point shot is on its way. Good-looking shot that time by Soderts. Kayla Sodert has 8 points on the day. She's 2 of 4 from downtown.
She actually has played well for this team.
Agreed. Bar left side, Macy Mayer with it. Mayer, switch dribble into the paint, steps through, attacks. She gets it in the foul. Great take by Macy Mayer. Boy, she has really played well today.
She is getting better around the basket, playing. Her hands are a lot softer. She's using her eyes to see the backboard or the back, that square up there, which I invented in 1904.
Mayer at the line. Free throw is up and good. Three-point play is good. Digs up by 58. 18 seconds left to play in the third. Drifting right with it, Ailman. Ailman moves it up top to Bunting. Looking on the interior as pass goes to Day. Day, nice feed through the interior, shot no good. Offensive rebound, second shot is blocked by Hankowitz over her head at the whistle.
Almost made it.
It almost went in for Soderts.
Great shot.
We almost had that
Talk
on
about
film.
clock awareness. There it was.
That's
right there.
No joke. 78-20, Montana Tech with the lead over Kings College. We're here on Digger Vision. Your fourth quarter is coming up right after this. Hey, we're back here once again at the campus of Montana Tech. The Digs up 78-20 as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Again, coming up between games, actually right before the men's game, we'll unveil the Frontier Conference Championship banner for the Orediger men. Their third year running that they have won the Frontier Conference regular season and tournament championship. Shot blocked by Badavinik. Underneath with it is Soder. Moves it out to the wing, spinning in the high post. Soder flashes, gets the pass, dives on it. And that's going to be Orediger basketball.
Dribbled into trouble there.
I say the dribble has gotten them into trouble, but the one thing I like about this Eagles team is, boy, they have not hesitated. I mean, they are continuing to bring it here as we go to the fourth quarter. They're playing hard. And Avery Carlson lost that one off her foot out of bounds. Turnover will go to the Eagles. So the Eagles back the other way, cross the timeline. Pass goes out right side to Meters. Meters down in the block. Fighting for positioning. Shot is up and in for Tori Day.
That's one of the few times the ball's entered down there, and that's how you use that post to break the defense down.
That is her first shot of the day. And she gets her first basket of the day.
Well, you can't shoot if you don't have the ball.
That's the deal. Carlson through the paint, goes up. That one almost knocked away from her. She puts up the shot, doesn't go. And the Eagles in transition back the other way. Lauren Meters. Meters will get it off there to Ailman. Ailman spins at the baseline, turns and fires from 15, no good. Rebound controlled by Badavinik. Bado, that is rebound number 5. Pass down in the bottom deep corner. Conan turns. Conan underneath, too deep under the basket. Tried to get some English on that one and just unable to roll it in.
Yeah, when she made the pivot, she should have just laid it up with her left hand over the rim. She got herself caught up under too deep.
Well, she's another one. You look at the incoming freshman for this Montana Tech team. Conan had tremendous career. Inlet pass, nice feed that time as Rademacher gets the easy two. She has 13 points on the day. She's 5 of 10 from the floor. Back the other way. Eagles near side with it is Lauren Meters. Meters up top, 4 wide. Soderts rifles it into the paint. Spinning, attacking shot, rolls in for Megan Ailman.
It's a nice move, nice spin move.
She has battled all day today. Ailman, a junior out of Lethbridge. Rademacher, three-pointer, no good. Big rebound, Neibauer. That's the one that I think has really surprised me about Neibauer is how hard she rebounds this. You know, as an incoming true freshman, it has really stood out in a big way how hard she goes to the offensive and defensive glass.
She does. I think she plays the game hard, and I have great respect for a player that gives you everything, and she does that.
The young freshman out of Chinook. 80-24, Montana Tech with the lead. And Neibauer at the stripe. Her first is up and good. So Neibauer with 5 points on the day. That's her first free throw. The Digs are 12 of 16 from the free throw line.
She's a freshman. Her day is coming.
No joke. She has had some pretty significant contributions already as a freshman.
Well, it's a big transition from high school basketball to any collegiate level, and they're getting a lot of great production out of freshmen.
82-24, Montana Tech with the lead over Kings College. Near side with it, Bunting to the wing. Ailman fires the three, no good. It's tipped to the corner, picked up by the Eagles. They'll go 4 wide once again. Head fake by Peterson. Peterson's pass is knocked to the ground. Spinning with it there is Bunting. Now to the wing, 3-point shot, long, and that's going to go out, and that will be Montana Tech basketball. Good hustle that time by Lauren Meters. She just stepped on the baseline and she threw it back, and that will be Orediggers basketball. So the Digs will come back the other way. Humphreys, right wing, moves it across left side. Has Erickson with it. Erickson hands it off. Macy Mayer. Mayer drives through the paint, kicks it out on the edge. 3-point shot is up and off the back of the rim, no good. And the Eagles grab the rebound, throwing it down courts. Attacking to the basket, no. Second attempt is up and in. First shot by Peterson, no good. Tori Day follows, gets the rebound, and gets the basket. 6:45 left to play in the ball game. Montana Tech down the floor, Erickson. Humphreys. Hadley hands it off there to Erickson. Erickson out on the wing, wide open. That one is no good.
It's not like that.
Shaking her head as she walks down the other way.
That's a no-no, she said to herself.
6:30 left to play here in the ball game. Montana Tech up 82-26. And the Eagles will look to bring her down the floor. Across the timeline with it is Majot. Majot, senior guard out of Stony Plains, Alberta. Pass to the baseline, nice take. Shot is up and in for Jamie Bunting.
Tech went into a little zone that time. I think they were confused with their movement because he called it so quick.
Bunting with 5 points. 6 minutes left to play here in the ball game. Hadley Humphreys, ball fake, step back, fires it down on the right side. Jump shot just inside the arc is up and good for Hankowitz.
Shooters shoot.
Hankowitz with a dozen. Montana Tech, 4 ladies over 10 points. They're led by Humphreys with 17, Rademacher with 13, Hankowitz with 12, Macy Mayer with 10. Deep three, no good. Hauled in, and Hankowitz will push the pace the other way. Liv Wongert across the timeline. J.C. Erickson, baseline jumper is up and in. So J.C. rolls it in.
That's a great shot by J.C. Nice jump stop on the baseline.
She's another one that puts in a lot of work. She is in here with her headphones on, shooting shots a whole lot.
Love of the game.
Yeah. 5:15 left to play in the ball game. Far right wing with it. Majot, 3-point shot, no good. Humphreys gets the rebound, outlet to Macy Mayer. And Humphreys running the floor, hands it off. Erickson around a screen, into the high post. Pull-up jumper, hits the front of the iron, no good. Rebound by the Eagles. Midway point here in the fourth. And across the timeline, we're going to get a whistle and a foul. So here in the fourth, if you are the Eagles, you like where this is at right now. We're at the midway point of the fourth quarter, and we're tied, if you will, in this quarter, 8-8.
Well, they've had their struggles today, and a lot of it had to do with too much dribbling, but they definitely have some skilled people over there, and they got size, they're athletic. And it's frustrating to take a long road trip and have the outcome look like this, but it's part of the learning process.
4:54 left to play in the ball game with a timeout on the court. We'll take one. We're back here right after this.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most: community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
Back after the timeout, the Digs up 86-28. And the inbound, the Eagles. Majot around a screen, going right. Pass goes down to the corner. Jamie Bunting. Bunting lobs it underneath. Double team coming. And now we'll get a jump ball. Good job defensively that time by Carlson.
Great backside help. Very alert to what was going on.
Wheelie got the pass, and Erickson just jumped on it. 4:39 left to play here in the ball game. Across the timeline, Carlson up top. Badavinik, three-point shot is money. Brooke Badavinik, 9 points on the day. She's 3 of 4 from the arc. Eagles. Offensive side, pass is tipped. Able to get track of it is Rivet. Rivet looking back to her right side. Passes that way as it goes out to Jamie Bunting. Jamie Bunting around the high screen, drives into the high post, back to her left hand, steps through at the right and gets it. Nice take by Jamie Bunting.
Good crossover step.
Out of Ross Shepherd High School. Do you have any history with Ross Shepherd?
I've never heard of it,
Okay.
but I did now, and I'm glad I did.
Hauber underneath gets it up and in. I assume you had beef with somebody from there at least.
I got a story for you someday.
3:45 left to play in the ball game. Eagles 4 wide, driving baseline, pass across. Jump shot from 10, rattles out. Hauber with a rebound. Hauber outlet to Batto. Badavinik gonna take it right to the rack, comes up just short. Kaya Wasson will track it down to the corner. To Hauber. Hauber cross courts, Neibauer. Neibauer steps through, block call. Jamie Bunting gonna be called with the block.
Neibauer has no fear going to the basket. She's really good at getting there, too.
And I would have to assume that's pretty rare on a freshman. You know, there's always that kind of, you know, freshmen come in, things are bigger, faster, a little quicker, a little more vicious, if you will. That her absolute no fear going to the rack is pretty darn rare.
Yeah, you're correct.
Carlson looking to bring it in. Kaya Wasson. Wasson to Carlson. Carlson around a high screen. Fires it inside to Hauber. Hard dribble, almost lost it for a moment. Out to Kaya Wasson. 3-point shot, no. Eagles with a rebound. A little over 3 minutes left to play here in this ball game. Stepping back with it there. Soderts tried the entry pass, and that one rifles through, and the turnover will go to the Orediggers, who will line change again.
Well, Soder's telling her teammate, my fault, but the fact is she actually stopped her cut to the back door. She had a bucket.
So the Digs, a very young unit out here right now. J.C. Erickson brings the pass into Chloe, has Sanford down the floor. Sanford, bounce pass looking inside from Morrell, comes back to Sanford, now to Conan. Conan, double team, gets it across the paint. Ketchum puts it up and in. Great job that time, Cameron Ketchum, the freshman out of Big Timber. Great to get these young ladies minutes, and more importantly, points and confidence, getting them rolling ahead. Little head fake up top there by Anderson. Anderson had it stripped away by Sandiford. Sandiford dives for it, and we're going to get a jump ball.
That is great hustle from both players on each team. Get on the floor when there's a loose ball.
I love that. Chloe Sandiford has been that way since she walked on campus, I feel like.
She is. She's tough.
Very much so. Eagles looking to bring it in. 2:28 left to play here in the ball game. Pass comes all the way up top to Jody Bunting. Jody, hard bounce, moves it out on the edge. Soder through the paint, no. Rebound controlled by Ketchum. Ketchum across midcourts. They'll set it up on the inside. Morrell with the right, spins back, puts it off the glass, and Morrell gets another one.
That's a great drop step. She's learning.
Celine Morrell, 2 baskets here on the night. Montana Tech leading 95-30. Montana Tech right now, all but 2 players have scored thus far. Conan and, of all people, Liv Wongren hasn't scored yet. The inlet taken away by Conan. Conan the other way, puts on the brakes. Down to the bottom right corner, comes up top to Ketchum. Inside to Morrell. Celine backing up, calling for help. Nice cut that time by Erickson, loose on the ground. The Eagles jump on it. And the jump ball will favor Montana Tech. 1:34 left to play here in the ball game. Substitutions. And they'll stack it up on the right side. Montana Tech shooting 54% from the floor. Again, everybody but 2 players have scored here thus far. The only 2 who have not thus far from Montana Tech are Liv Wongren and Conan. Nice move by Erickson. Erickson spin, no. Shot blocked. It goes across to Haber, and Haber will finish. Haber, that is her 8th point of the day. She's 4 of 5 from the floor.
Consistency.
Eagles, right side, calling for help out there with it is Soder. Looked at pick and roll, instead fires it to the corner, Anderson. Anderson now up top, Jody Bunting. Jody to Anderson, tipped and taken away. Ketchum, outlet down the floor, J.C. Erickson, great pass. Erickson runs the floor, won't go, but she will shoot a pair. Boy, what a pass down the floor that time. Hit her right in stride.
A great pass, and Haber was open on the backsides, running the floor. So when your bigs can get down there, the other team has a problem.
55 seconds left to play here in this ball game. At the foul line, J.C. Erickson. Erickson, 2 points on the day. She's 1 of 3 from the floor. And her first free throw of the day is good. Montana Tech, 78% from the free throw line today, and that will certainly help another make. They are 15 of 19 from the free throw line. And the digs up 99-30. Eagles 4 wide through the paint. Nice pass to the baseline. Shot no good. Morrell might have got a piece of it. She'll get it across to Sandiford, and Sandiford will bring it into the offensive zone. Sandiford to the right elbow, puts on the brakes up top to Conan. Conan hands it off to Sandiford. Sandiford to the baseline. Morrell double team, wraparound pass, 3-point shot is up and out. Erickson had a look. Conan passes it away. The bench wanted Conan to shoot.
So did I.
Yeah, me too.
So did I.
Get the ball to Emma Conan. 10 seconds, Sandiford. And there's time is going to roll off, and this one is going to go into the record books. Montana Tech going to get the win 99-30 over the Eagles out of Kings College. JT, as we mentioned, Montana Tech, all but 2 players score in this one. Everybody gets significant minutes. Boy, they put the pedal to the floor right out of the gates and just never looked back.
Yeah, and I, as a coach of 900 years, I really appreciated how they came out of the locker room. You never know how your team's going to walk out after a big lead, and they were exceptional.
Let's take a look here. Team numbers. Montana Tech shot 53% from the floor, 35% from downtown. The Digs are led by Hadley Humphreys with 17 points. Aubrey Rademacher got 13. Brooklyn Hankowitz got a dozen. Haley Haber and Macy Mayer each with 10 here on the day. From there, Kyle Wasson with 6. Brooke Badavinik with 9 points. Neibauer with 6. Celine Morell with 4. Carlson with 4. Erickson with 4. Ketchum with 2. And also Sanford with 2. I said it before, I'll say it again. Montana Tech, only 2 players that got on the floor did not score here today. Just really things went well and smooth for Montana Tech, making things happen on the offensive side. But boy, defense again creating everything. 51 total rebounds for Montana Tech as opposed to 28 on the other side for Kings.
Yeah, well, you know, he's got a young team here. He really does. And you want them to have success, and they got the opportunity here today to do that. He's got some freshmen that I think are going to be outstanding players over the next 4 years, and it's just going to build on this program.
On the other side for Kings, they were led by Soder. Soder gets 8 points. She was 3 of 10 from the floor, 2 of 4 from downtown here in the ball game. She also had 4 rebounds for the Eagles here today. Ailman gets 7. Day with 4 points. It looks like Bunting, that's Janie Bunting, with 7 points. And Keeley with 4 points on the day for the Eagles out of Kings College. So the Eagles go to 8-3 with the loss. Montana Tech goes to 9-4 with the win as the Digs get ready for Frontier Conference play that will start next week.
The season starts.
Yes, indeed it does. 99-30, our final. Montana Tech over Kings College. On the women's side, we'll take a break. We have your men's game coming up in just a bit. Stay close.